I think I speak for many of us when I say, especially after weeks like last week, hearing from you immediately and knowing that you have our backs helps us to feel a sense of comfort and strength at a time when the Jewish community is feeling very alone and, frankly, like the ground underneath us is shaking. It was an incredibly challenging week last week. And I will just say, for us, it also came on an inspiring visit from Omer Shem Tov, the hostage who had been released after 505 days, and the juxtaposition of his visit, which literally was bearing witness of what it means to go from darkness to light, and then the horrible shooting in Washington, D.C. was a reminder of the times we are living in. I think we all know the tragic irony that those two young lives were taken after they attended an event with AJC, and we have our AJC colleagues here. Thank you. Called from pain to purpose. It couldn't be more ironic and just more awful that two young people who share our values to build a better world were cut down right as they were trying to turn pain into purpose. So I will just bless us all that, first of all, we take a moment to remember them and to stand in solidarity with them and their families and their community and our colleagues at the Israeli consulate who were touched by that, and at AJC, but also that we recommit ourselves to the values that we all share and that you model for us and with us, and that we, in their name and in their memory, continue to work together to turn pain into purpose. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Rabbi. Thank you. So thank you for speaking to Sarah and Yaron and the loss there. And Rob, particularly, thanks to you for both being here and the support you've had to provide, the leadership you've had to provide, the strength, especially over the last week. Let's talk about this space. How many people have been to this space before? Jeremy Burton, all right. You better have been here. Isn't it beautiful? It's amazing, and I really, I want to thank all who worked in putting this event together for deciding to hold it outside of the State House. It was nice for both the treasurer and I to get out of the State House, and our colleagues, I'm sure, as well, from the Kosher Caucus.
And some.
And what?
And others.
And others. But I think it's really important to be in this space and also know that you can come back and bring people to this beautiful space. So thank you to Ryan Woods, CEO of American Ancestors, who's with us today. It was a treat to be able to give some $5 million in economic development bill funding to American Ancestors to help support this wonderful effort here and efforts like this around our state. I am so happy to be here with my good friend and your treasurer, Deb Goldberg, who will be speaking in just a moment. Deb has had, as we know, a lot of loss this year. And did you notice coming through, there's a lot of family stuff out there, including evidently however you train people on how to prepare meat, too, back in Stop and Shop. You got to check it out. It's right.
My mother made sure the first woman meat cutter emerged.
I don't doubt that at all from Carol. Members of the legislature, many are here joining us today. Thank you for being here. Particular thanks to Rep. Cataldo and members of our Commission on Anti-Semitism. I was proud to sign that into law. Thank you for the incredibly important work that you are doing. I want to thank Mayor Fuller is here with us today. Our Consul General, Benny Sharoni, thank you for your presence, of course. Jonathan Kraft, I want to thank you and Dad for all that you've done to combat hate and continue the effort to combat anti-Semitism in all its forms. I could go right through the room and name everyone who's here. Let's see, I was looking for my list of all our wonderful Kosher Caucus members, right? I see Rep. Linsky, Rep. Armini, Rep. Gordon, Rep. Livingstone, Senator Roush. Did I miss? Yeah, there you are. Well, me too.
That's my grandfather right there on the right.
On the right.
Not Sidney Rabb, Lou Goldberg.
Well, you're gonna tell us all about them in just a minute.
I won't. I don't want to keep you here for 3 days.
So, Rabbi Baker spoke a minute before the fabric of this great state. And so we celebrate that here today. I hope you do get to teach our children their history and the history of the Jewish experience and the truth of this history and really what it represents. So, you know me, I'm a big one, though I talk a lot. My view is to not honor Jewish heritage with words, although we probably have a proclamation. I know it's about action. I know it's about action, individual action, collective action. And that's what you'll see from us as we work to amplify the voices of those who are working for peace and understanding. I hope that we take from this that together we remember, together we stand, and together we will move forward as one. Thank you, and may peace and strength be with you all. Thank you. And now, our friend.
So, last year, the governor, when we were all in her office, and many of you were there, had not forewarned me that she was going to ask me to speak. So late last night, I got a message, oh, by the way, you're going to speak. Okay, but I never prepare when I need to speak to my family. And as I look around this room, I see my family, and that includes you. And last year I said, Maura Healey's the real deal. Maura Healey is the real deal. She's not just standing here giving us words. She always gives us action. And yes, I do get those phone calls immediately after something has occurred. But what I can tell you is not just because she's the governor of a state that has many successful and prominent Jews. It's because she feels this in her heart and in her soul. And as the years have progressed, our community needs that kind of understanding and love more and more. The contrast, as Mark Baker said, between Monday in my office with Omer, Shem Tov, and Shelley and Malki, to the horrific murders last week, which just about laid me out. I sat in KI speechless. KI is the temple in the scrapbook out front. It's the most complicated times for members of the Jewish community in my lifetime. And complicated in a way that's quite different than I think any of us have actually lived. Because it's involved in the conflicts within our democracy in this country, the complexities of the Middle East, and dealing with all that in the realm of the dark web. And so that's why, even more than ever before, we need to appreciate, support, and care deeply about those who stand by our side 24/7. If I had to pick up the phone at 3 a.m. and call Maura, she'd answer that phone. And she and Kim Driscoll, our lieutenant governor, are our allies. So with that, I am absolutely thrilled to be in Jerry's place, Jerry Weiner, who he and my family go way, way back, obviously. And he just convinced my husband to take his place on the board of the cemetery at Adath Jeshurun. My father tried that a few years ago. It didn't work. So you can't say no to Jerry. And we will be sure to convey to him what a beautiful celebration this was in his place. And onward and upward together, we will prevail. We have strength, we have courage, we have history, our people will prevail. And as we need to continue to support and appreciate our allies, like our governor, and all our friends in the room. So thank you for having us. And happy Jewish Heritage Month.
Thank you.
And I think Benny's next.
As we welcome up the Consul General, thank you, Treasurer. I also noticed that our Commissioner of the Division of Licensure is here, Sarah Wilkerson. Thank you so much for being here as well. I also want to acknowledge Dave Friedman, our good friend. Thank you, Dave. And Andrea Selbert, thank you for your work, particularly when it comes to K-12 education and what we need to program, or in some instances reprogram, in our schools. And finally, shout out to Colette Phillips. Thank you for all your work. You're here as a member of the Jewish community. You represent a beautiful intersection of so many communities, all of whom need to come together right now, and I appreciate your support on our Black Empowerment Council in particular. So with that, I'll turn it over to Consul General.
I got the toughest task of them all, to speak after the governor and the treasurer. It's never easy. Governor Healey, Treasurer Goldberg, distinguished guests, friends, it is true an honor to join you this afternoon as we mark Jewish American Heritage Month, a time to celebrate the history, contributions, and resilience of Jewish Americans across this nation and here in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. For generations, Jewish Americans have helped shape every dimension of American life: medicine, law, education, science, business, the arts, sports, and public service. Their impact is not just historical, it is an ongoing, vital, and deeply woven into the fabric of this country. Jewish life in this Commonwealth has thrived in a way that reflects the best of this Commonwealth values: a commitment to freedom, to innovation, and to the pursuit of knowledge. From the first Jewish U.S. Supreme Court Justice Louis D. Brandeis to the gymnast and six-time Olympic medalist Ali Reisman, the Jewish community right here in Massachusetts has played a profound role in shaping American society and culture. From Red Sox Kevin Youkilis to Red Sox Bregman, from Celtics Red Auerbach to Patriots Edelman, and from Bakey's delicious babka to Tata's yummy Jerusalem bagel, Jewish heritage took part in shaping Massachusetts' rich culture in every way, in every manner, and also in every taste. But what really stands out about Jewish life in Massachusetts is its clarity of purpose. This is a community that organizes, educates, builds, and gives back, whatever responding to moments of crisis or shaping the everyday civic life of this state. Jewish leaders, institutions, and citizens here constantly show what it means to live with principle and to lead with resolve. And I'm speaking about you, Rabbi Berger, and about you, Jeremy. This year, however, we gather with heavy hearts. Just days ago, two of our colleagues, Sarah Meldrum and Yaron Lishinsky, were murdered in a horrific act of violence in Washington, D.C. In the face of that tragedy, Governor Healey, your swift and compassionate response brought comfort and clarity. Your immediate outreach to us, as well as your strong public statements, were more than just gesture. They were powerful affirmation of leadership and moral resolve. We are grateful for your friendship. Thank you. Every Jewish American Heritage Month, but this one especially, is about more than the memory and honoring the giant on whose shoulders we stand. It is also a commitment to vibrant Jewish life, to flourishing communities, to confront hate and vile Jew hatred wherever it appears, and to ensure that future generations can build on the progress made by those who came before them. As the birthplace of the American Revolution and its enduring spirit, Massachusetts continued to represent a beacon of freedom open to all. And it is true, the spirit of Massachusetts is truly the spirit of America. The Commonwealth-rich heritage is truly a sum of its parts. Irish, Italian, Jewish, English, Chinese, Brazilian, Indian, and Dominican, just to name a few. Disparate groups coming from far and wide, making their own unique contributions, have created the vibrant mosaic that it is the Massachusetts we all know and love today. So thank you, Governor Healey. Thank you, Treasurer Goldberg, for your leadership and for hosting this celebration. And thank you all, for everyone, for being here tonight and honoring the legacy and the past, the present, but also the future of the Jewish life in America. Thank you.
Hello again. Since Treasurer Goldberg mentioned Jerry Weiner, whom many of you know, Jerry is a force. He's been involved with CJP, with JCRC on the boards. He has been a longtime supporter of ours, and of course the Weiner Family Jewish Heritage Center is named for him and his family. He was instrumental in advocating for the Boston, Massachusetts, and New England records of the American Jewish Historical Society to stay in Boston and New England, and they have found their way here. So those are the core of our collections here. But I did just want to give you a greeting from Jerry, who was intending to be here today. He called me this morning. Jerry is about to turn 100 years old. He is amazing. And he called me and he said, so he called and he said, it's a beautiful day, and I think at 99, I have the prerogative to play golf today with my son.
I wasn't kidding.
You nailed it. So greetings from Jerry. The Weiner Family Jewish Heritage Center is proud to serve as the archival home for millions of items that document Jewish lives, institutions, synagogues, and businesses in Massachusetts and across New England. While our collections are rooted in this region, they tell a broader story, the American Jewish story. They chronicle the journeys our ancestors made to the United States, what they carried with them, both physically and culturally, the communities they formed, and how they became part of the fabric of American life. This history resonates so deeply with many of us. It is the American Jewish story, and it's our family's own story. The Jewish Heritage Center's archives also illuminate the institutions that those earlier generations built here. Foundations that have shaped not only Jewish life, but the civic and cultural life of this region and beyond. Around the room today, many of you have already seen these items and artifacts, but you will find just a small sampling of treasures from our collections. These include historical artifacts and photographs from some of our community's most influential institutions, including Combined Jewish Philanthropies, going back to its earliest beginnings, and the Jewish Community Relations Council. You will also see some items from local synagogues, both shuls of the past and those still in existence today, including KI and Brookline, where many of you have long-time generational affiliation. And as noted, a fun fact is that we do hold the records of the Rabb family and their iconic business Stop and Shop, and there are a few items on display today, which I think have already caught your eye. If the rest of you have not already seen these, we do invite you to take a few moments to explore these pieces of history, and we just ask that you keep food and drink at a safe distance from these precious and often fragile documents. Each piece has a story, so please don't hesitate to ask questions. Our archives and staff members are here and would be delighted to speak with you. I'm sorry, our archivists. We hope this visit is just the beginning. We warmly welcome you to return and to connect more deeply with the rich and multifaceted story of Jewish life in this region and in America. We also invite you to explore American Ancestors' newly opened Family Heritage Experience, which is all around us here and culminates in this room. This is Boston's newest cultural attraction, and it takes visitors on a journey of discovery about their family history and themselves. And while it's closed today, we have vouchers for all of you on your way out so you can come back and bring a guest and visit at your leisure. So once again, thank you for being here today, and most of all, a very special thank you to Governor Healey for seeing us and for honoring not only the vitality and strength of the Jewish community here, but also the enduring contributions that it has made, that we have made to Massachusetts and to our shared American story. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody, for coming. You know, can we do two things, though? Anybody on our team in the administration, if you can come up, I want to get a team photo. And then second, any elected who's here, we'll do an elected photo, too. Is that all right? All right? Okay, so let's do, I'm not stupid. Let's do the